battle of old. What has become of the icons? And what new evils will they confront? This is Future State. Destiny of the DC Universe.
And here we go.
It's the comic book bullies.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
It's the comic book bullies.
You will bow down before me!
It's the comic book bullies.
Now I am the master.
It's the comic book bullies. It's the comic book bullies. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies with Nerdist and the Bully. I'm your host Leroy, aka Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, with my co-host.
Yeah, this is Eli, aka Grindcore Jedi.
There we go. And we're back with another episode. And yeah, if you notice, you see the little background back there, Eli. I wanted to tell you exactly what's going on. Oh, before we get into it, there's a lot of stuff that happened in the news this week. We're going to ignore it. We're just going to pretend like it didn't happen because everybody else is talking about it. We don't need to talk about it because what can we add? I mean, nothing really. And we can maybe find some way to connect the comic books, but what's the point? So what we're going, but while all that bullshit was going on, it turns out the stuff that related to us is that it was nothing but a shitload of comics that came out. Don't know if you heard about it. It's DC completely rebooted their entire line and called it Future State. So we're just going to talk about that this week. Again, because that's what they do. That's what DC does. It's time for them to renew their line again. So I noticed that. So if you came here just to talk about other bullshit like we normally do, we're not going to do it. If you came here to listen to comics, which I've checked the analytics, you don't. But doesn't matter. That's what we're going to do anyway.
Yeah, people just want to come and listen to us dumb nerds talk about shit we don't know about.
Right. Then when we start talking about Red Hood 25 and the Outlaws, they're like, oh, I'm out.
Yeah, then the number, then it's the crickets.
Right. So the shit you don't like us to do, we're gonna do it the whole show. This is a special episode. So before we jump into it, you sharing out the link, Eli?
I am sharing out the link is shared.
Cool. Let's get it out there.
Smash the like button.
All right, so while you're doing that, let me filibuster. Let me filibuster for a while. So, like I said, before we get into the actual comics, Eli, if you see the background we got going on right now, actually, here's the thing. In Mississippi right now, it's snowing. So that's a picture I just took outside.
Cute.
See, I know you were gonna say something. I know because you live in Antarctica and shit like that. So
the Great White North, yes,
right.
Yeah,
I'm
beyond the wall. Yes, I'm beyond the wall.
None but white walks and shit like that. We don't do that in Mississippi. So the thing is, any little bit of snow like this, like let me see if I can show you this. Like any little bit of snow that you get. So, fingers crossed, I get that call tomorrow. We're closed. Don't come in. You know how you turn on the news.
People are going to be abandoning their cars on the freeway and shit.
Oh, yeah, that's what we do. There's a national emergency when we see shit like this, so we love it. This is enough. Like this may be nothing.
You got any gloves?
Wow, what the fuck I need gloves for? Mississippi.
You got a scraper for your window? You guys
no, I don't have that either. But see, right.
You got a shovel. You got shovel, salt, nothing?
No. What, I don't even know where to find that stuff here in Mississippi. Maybe at Home Depot. They'll look at me stupid like, what the hell you need that for? So hopefully we get that call tomorrow. And if I get that call, guess what? Tomorrow, Marvel's Avengers, Street Fighter 5, and finish my James Bond marathon. That's all I'm doing all day. All right. But anyway, let's jump into it. So like I said, we're going to do that shit everybody hate us doing, but we're going to do it anyway. So since it's the comic book bullies, we're gonna talk about the comic books. And Eli, you were up because we're gonna
You got
start
a
with
lot
you
of books.
first.
Oh, we're gonna start out with the. I won't say the good stuff.
No.
I was
Because
gonna
here's the
say the
thing.
good stuff.
No, because I looked at the charts. This is the
Oh.
number one book of the week. Out of all the shit that went on, this is number one book of the week. So we're gonna start off with Star Wars: The High Republic #1. Hopefully, this shit that people actually care about. You know.
Well, here I was gonna share out a pic, but it turns out this pic is so tiny. Well, let's see how it looks, anyways. You know, just to get my shit up. There's a window. There we go. Share that shit. All right. There you go. Is it up there?
Yeah. Let me get.
Okay. So I can never tell because
yeah,
because I don't run. I'm not the director.
It's just a black screen though. But
oh, did I minimize it? Hold on, let me see.
okay.
Damn it! Technical difficulties, y'all. Sorry.
We're getting there.
Okay, there it is. But it's so tiny, man.
Tiny. I don't see anything. It's just like you mean invisible.
Okay, let's bring that up. Okay, I'll stop sharing that one, and then I'll share this one. How about this? Here we go. I have a close window. That one. Booyah. That one?
Okay, let's see what we got. There we go. No, that's still small, but hey, at least something. I see something. So.
All right, well, fuck it. Anyway, Star Wars. Star Wars High Republic #1. For those who don't know, this is a new era in the Star Wars universe. They created this whole new timeline because they're going to do new Star Wars shit that doesn't pertain to the Skywalker saga
So
or anything or anything that revolves around that era of the Skywalker saga. You know, and they're not going with the Old Republic either, because technically, is that canon? We're not sure if that's canon or not.
What's not canon?
The Old Republic, all that stuff with the Old Republic. Yeah, we don't know. I'm not sure what's canon or not. If they're taking anything from there, but basically, I think they made this other timeline called the High Republic, set 200 years before the Skywalker saga. That way, they're not fucking up the Old Republic. You know, those fans won't get pissed. I mean, we got enough Star Wars fans pissed off at everything. We don't need to piss off give them a reason to bitch about anything else. So here's the High Republic, new era, 200 years before the Skywalker saga and Vader and all that shit. And it is basically an era of peace. The Jedi are, kind of running things, running the universe. It's an age of peace. There's no Sith around. As far as they know, and this first story, this #1 comic. Did they
say how long the Sith been gone or anything like that?
I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure what the Old Republic timeline. I'm not familiar with any of that. I mean, just from the video games, and all I did with the video games was watch the cutscenes because fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but basically. This is like the start of a new era in Star Wars storytelling. We have books and novels. We're gonna have video games. We're gonna have comics. What's that show coming on Disney called The Alkalite? That's gonna be set during this time period. So this has nothing to do with the Skywalker saga. Luke, Vader, none of those characters are in this, and I'm stoked because I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for them to get away from all that. And quit tainting. Yeah. I mean, as much as I love the new movies, and I have fun with all the movies, but I didn't need to see Luke or Leia or Han, any of them die.
Yeah,
I didn't
and
need
a lot of times they retcon shit. You're just like, why?
Yeah. I mean, the issues people have with Star Wars, I got them too. I just don't bitch about them. You know what I'm saying?
Because we bitch about it enough.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you all can do that for me. Y'all do it for me. But anyway, so the High Republic, this is the first comic book. And it centers around this Jedi Padawan. Her name is Chris or Crete. What's her name? Keeve. Her name is Keeve. She's a Jedi Padawan. She's got a master named Skier. He's a Trandoshan, and that's the Bosk alien.
Okay, you lost. Yeah, okay, I'm with you now.
You remember Bosk? Yeah, he's like the lizard guy
with the feet.
With the feet, they hunt Wookiees and shit. So, but he's her master. He's a Jedi master. So basically, she's doing the trials. You know, she's a Padawan. She's doing the Jedi trial to ascend into knighthood, and he gives her this task to do. She's got to like climb these like mountain spires to retrieve this medallion. And these spires, no one's ever climbed them before. You know, many have tried and failed, blah, blah, blah. So she tries to go climb it. While she climbs it, yay, 616 man's in the house.
616 man.
Yes,
yeah.
before the dark times. Way before the dark times, yes.
Right.
So basically, Keeve, this Jedi Padawan, she goes up and she's climbing. While she's up there, these big giant space locusts come and start fucking up the planet and shit. And she ends up fighting. It's like, what the hell are these things? She has no ideas what they are. While that's going on, the Jedi have built this like space station called Starlight Beacon or something, or Starlight Base, something like that. It's a space station on the outer rim territory of the galaxy. And it's supposed to be like, like an old Western town. So I'm sure at some point I would think that they would tackle the issue of colonization of the galaxy, since this is 200 years before all the regular timeline happened.
I don't know.
I digress. But anyways, the space station, they're basically christening it. There's this big, huge like ceremony going on. There's this one Jedi, I forget her name, but she's basically becoming the marshal of the space station and shit. And they find out that, these giant bugs on this planet are fucking up the planet and shit. Back on the planet, this Keeve, the Padawan, she's like fighting them, and she ends up like using the Force and sort of reads their minds and finds out that they're attracted to like signals, and usually they usually don't migrate. There are a bunch of space locusts and they're migrating throughout the galaxy, but usually they don't go towards populated areas. So, and they're attracted to signals.
Vince will hold my thoughts for a few issues. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Cliff read it. Okay.
Yeah, Cliff read it. What up, Cliff?
One boy, you see Grandmaster for Yoda. Cool. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Yoda's in this. Yeah. So anyways, these giant space locusts, they're attracted to signals, and it turns out that the Starlight Base is attracting these locusts. So these locusts are going to fly through and fuck up the base. So Keeve, the little Padawan, she ends up like taking a ship, jumps in a spaceship, and basically diverts the locusts away from the base, and ends up saving, the little village and all that shit. And at the end, her master, Skier, the Trandoshan guy, comes down, is like, what the hell? And she's like, sorry, master, I know I didn't, pass my trial. I know I didn't retrieve the medallion, but these bugs were coming and I had to save these people. I know I failed the test and I'm sorry. And can we do it again? And blah, 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 blah. So he doesn't even say anything. And she takes him back up, or he takes her back up to the space station. And she's like, I'm sorry. Can I do it again? I know I failed my test and I won't fail again, master. Just give me another chance. And then the main Jedi, the marshal chick, shows up and she's like, she takes her lightsaber out and cuts off her Padawan braid. So you passed your trial. And that whole thing was
full Jedi, right?
Yeah. So that whole thing was her trial. The whole locusts and stuff was her trial. So now she is now a Jedi Knight. There's some other stuff going on. Her master, there's something going on with her master. There's some conversations about how he hasn't been himself lately. The other Jedi sense something wrong with him. Like he's feeling guilty about the death of a Jedi. At the end of the book, he is pissed off because he thought he was going to be marshal of the battle or the space station.
Did he want to be?
I guess because he's mad. He's mad at the end. He's like really mad. And I was like, yeah, he's like going, yeah, he's going.
Let me.
Where's it at? Oh shit.
Go for it. Let me get
Oh, here we go. Here we go. No.
Oh, you got it. You got to bring it back.
He's going no. But I like this. I liked it. I mean, we're in a new era of Star Wars. You know, Yoda is like the only character from that we're familiar with that's in this, and he's like,
is he like swollen buff like Piccolo on Dragon
no,
Ball Z?
he's just chilling. You know, he's just Yoda, young Yoda. You know,
let's get in there. Let me show him one more time.
Yeah, this is just Yoda.
Okay, he looks younger. Okay,
but he's not on the council. He's got others. He's doing something about backed up supplies. You know, so he's probably
he's not a master.
He's not on the council. I think he's a master, but he's not on the council right now. He's doing some other shit that has to do with back to manufacturing, you know, like medical supplies, you know.
Cool.
And I just dug this. I mean, we got like a new, like the character designs, the outfits, the Jedi robes are not the normal, like, you know, Grim Reaper cloaks that we're used to seeing in the Jedi. They're more like, you know, sort of Renaissance fair, like, you know, they look more like, you know, olden time shit, you know, less like the, you know, that like the robe stuff. They look more like
space medieval.
Yeah, and even the designs of the, if you can see that her lightsaber,
and Grandmaster,
you know, if you can see that, she's got like a cross. The cross
guard. She looked like King Arthurian.
Yeah, and her lightsaber has like a cross guard. So like the Kylo Ren shit. So like it's more traditional fantasy like designs than what we've seen in the normal Star Wars universe. And this is the ceremony at the end where she becomes a knight. She's becoming a knight, and they're christening.
Okay.
They're christening that space station for light and life.
For light and life. Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, so obviously there's going to be some kind of threat happening. We don't know what that means, or if it is going to be the Sith, but either way, there's something going on with her master. He's mad. He's pissed. The Crusader's Knight. Yeah.
Okay.
You know. So yeah, I really liked it a lot. I enjoyed it.
So it seemed like this first issue was just establishing like the characters, the world, universe, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure people will have a reason to bitch. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know
it's the comics. Nobody's gonna bitch about the comics.
Yeah, you know, but she's the Jedi's a black girl, so I'm sure somebody's gonna bitch about that.
Right. Not even gonna read it. They're just gonna see the cover and have an hour-long bitch session about it.
Star Wars is being woke again. The SJWs are ruining Star Wars.
It sounds like that's where came from anyway. So, you know, why not go to the source? Why not go from there? Why not go from there? That's actually an interesting premise. You know.
Yeah.
I don't mind Star Wars borrowing from things because that's all George Lucas did. Like,
yeah,
that's the point of Star Wars.
And I guess it's less Japanese style because Jedi were like samurai. They were designed after samurai. These are more like, you know, medieval knights. Yes, like medieval Jedi, you know, that sort of design. Taking more from Game of Thrones and less from, you know, Kurosawa.
Right.
You know? And I'm digging it. You know, like I'm saying, I've been waiting.
Hey, Cliff likes it. Cliff likes this. That's all we need to know.
Yeah. The fact that, and that's another thing. Skier, her master, he's got one arm. So he got his arm cut off at some point. That might be another reason why he's mad too. They talk about that. Well, you know, they're like, oh, he can't be mad that his arm got cut off because it'll grow back. He's a Trandoshan. Like, I guess they do that. So
okay. Didn't know that was a thing.
But I just liked it because it's establishing a new era in the Star Wars universe, and it's not weighed down by the original Skywalker.
You have to worry about anybody showing up, or you know, they can't rely on those things.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like when you have the prequels, you know what's going to happen. Even when
yeah, exactly. When you agree it's bad or good, you know.
Yeah. But even with the Mandalorian, it's set between a certain time frame, so you know certain things are going to happen or not going to happen. You know what I mean? Luke's not gonna die until and Yoda or whatever. Whenever you see a character from a familiar character from that saga, where they're gonna end up. So even when you read the comic books, like the Vader comics or whatever, or even the Star Wars comics set between that.
Right, when Vader has Leia cornered, nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do shit. Yeah, he's not gonna kill any. None of the characters, aren't gonna die, and that don't die in the movies. So that's what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for to get away from that, so these stories can just be free to live on their own, and not weighed down by the Skywalker saga.
Right, because like I said, it's a universe. There's no reason to make it so small. Expand it.
Yeah. So I thought it was really cool. I'll give it a 5 out of 5. Fuck it. And the art was dope. It's Star Wars, so they got all the good art on it. So, the colors really popped. Like I said, I like the designs. Even the ships look cool too, and these giant space locusts and stuff. It was just cool. It's just Star Wars. It's Star Wars high adventure in space. Cool. Which is what Star Wars always was.
Cameron Gant, what's up? So you just liked the video? So cool.
Cam, that's Blurred Up. Shout out to Blurred Up.
Shout out to Blurred Up. So what do we got here? Hopefully we get some Bane. And is that a thing?
How far? I don't know the timeline of the Old Republic.
Right.
And I think that's like I say. I think that's why this exists. So they're not touching those characters. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna have a Sith, I think they're gonna make up their new characters. You know what I mean? So
right, because if it's 1,000 years before, then they say we haven't seen the Sith in 1,000 years. We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah. And that way they're not pissing off the Old Republic fans. They ruined Revan. They ruined Plagueis. They ruined Darth Bane. Oh,
Right.
This is just its own thing. Yeah.
So like I said, let the story stand on its own. That's all.
Yeah.
You got the Star Wars sandbox to play in.
Yeah.
Create your own story in that sandbox. You have to borrowing this character, giving this character, retcon this character,
And the Jedi seem more like they're not so stoic and cold. Because if you notice, in the movies, especially in the prequels, they're really cold and stoic and kind of dicks. They're kind of assholes.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then they get involved.
But that was by design.
Yeah. And then that's what leads them to the dark, the whole war and all that shit. The Old Republic is almost
20, no, I think it's more than that. More than 20 years.
Oh, he means in real life.
Oh, you mean in real life. Oh shit. Yeah, the game was like that.
In real life, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck. We're old, man.
That was Xbox One, man.
Xbox One was
Not one, but the first Xbox.
Right. Just Xbox. That's
Xbox.
It. With that big ass, fat ass Duke controller. Oh man. Oh shoot. Am I?
Yeah, man.
Whew, I'm dreading this. Okay.
Are you gonna do? Are we doing future?
Not yet. Because before we do that, we have to do this.
What is it?
We have to do the because this leads up to everything. The Dark Knight's Death Metal #7. We have to talk about that.
I don't know that.
Well, no. We have to. We have to talk about this before we talk about that. So I know Eli's about to get up and go smoke a cigarette. I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out. When he comes back, we can talk about Dark Knight's future Batman.
State.
Future state, whatever you want to talk about. Okay, police state, whatever you want to talk about. So basically, starting out, so I'm gonna just jump right into it. What's going on? If you hadn't read what last story was, Wonder Woman has become a god. And yes, she is a god. No, she is past any other god she's been before. This is the most powerful Wonder Woman has ever been before. She's feeding off the energy of the heroes and the villains, of everybody that's in this reality. But even as strong as she is right now, the Batman who laughs is still even stronger. So he's doing stuff, and while they're fighting, they're just really going to she takes a planet, smacks him in the face with it, they're really fighting.
She takes a planet.
Yeah, it takes a planet.
So she's like Galactus now?
Right, but it's one of his planets, so it's cool. It's one of the ones he made. So you're fuck those planets.
The Dark Worlds.
Right, one of the last 52, whatever you want to call it. So, whatever happens. So the Batman lad just say, fuck it. And he punches her through time. He punches her through time where he goes through medieval time, caveman time, Vandal Savage, everything. And then the only cameo we get of my boy, Edrigan, what we got? Camelot, your beauty, I'm struck. Even with demon, I can't read that. What the fuck?
Should I do a beat? Let me beatbox.
No beatbox. No. Because the font's so small, I can't read it. But anyway, that's what's going on right now. So she punches him. He punches her through time. While all this bullshit is going on. While all that's going on, like I said, the Bat family, the Superman family, the Aquaman family, they've all teamed up. And not just like the family, but like the bad guys too, the villains, everything. Like Solomon Grundy's there, Bane's there, fighting all the and the Batman Who Laughs, like the original one, Batman brought him back from the dead. He's fighting with them too. Against
he's a good Batman Who Laughs now?
He's a good Batman, because Batman is like mind control. He controlled the dead since they killed him, whatever. So all that shit is going on.
Oh, that's right. He was zombie Batman, right?
He was zombie Batman. So
that's right. Because I'd read number 1. Remember? I did read number 1.
Oh, you didn't read number 1? Okay, cool.
I read number 1. Yeah.
So the Superman family, while they're fighting the Goblin Robin King, the Superman family is fighting like this evil Red Sun powered Superman. And even though Superman's real name is Kal-El, on his planet, he's called Kill All. So like it's right.
Is it CIL?
Right. Like they just they don't even do anything fancy, like no hype. It's just Kill All. That's all it is. You got Brainiac there. You got Bizarro. So everybody is there fighting this guy and can't do shit with them. Meanwhile, let's go back to Wonder Woman. And Wonder Woman, they fought all the way to the beginning of creation. And she sees the hand of creation. Now, here's the thing, Eli. There's one rule in DC. You cannot look directly into the hand. That's a no-no. That's a rule.
I did not know that.
That is a rule. You cannot look into the hand. So, but she sees the hand. She's just, fuck it, I'm looking at the hand. So they found out whose hand it is. And this is the hand that created the DC universe, or multiverse, whatever you want to call it. It's Perpetua's hand. And so the Batman,
it ain't Bill Finger or something cool like in Marvel, like how.
Well, this book is so conceptual, like it's a concept.
Like was it Fantastic Four? Didn't they meet
Jack they went to see God and Jack Kirby was there like with a pencil and shit. Like what the fuck y'all doing here? Not like that. But here's the thing: the book does go there to a point, because the Batman Who Laughs is telling Diana, he like, look, Diana, you're not as strong as me. You can't beat me. But the hand is only one hand. There's more hands coming because we are so chaotic. This universe is so out of control. They're done with us. They're going to come and wipe us out. If you want to make this a parallel to the DC editorial or AT&T, you can go there. But that's what he's saying right now. So he's saying, look, Diana, you can't beat me, but if you team up with me, we might have a chance to beat the hand. But you have to pledge allegiance to me. You have to swear allegiance to me and, be my servant, stuff like that. Meanwhile, what the fuck?
What if it's Zack Snyder or Jeff Johns?
Probably is Jeff Johns. That's who they're talking about. This is a cool scene. They fight the Ocean Mother. And so there's an Ocean Mother that they fight. Like I said, the Aqua family and all the stuff like that. They fight. Fuck. Okay, yeah, this is the scene right here. So here's the thing. So like I said, that's Perpetua's hand in the middle of it. And here's the thing. Wonder Woman actually thinks about joining the Batman Who Laughs. Because she's thinking, okay, if I join him and we beat the hands, then me, Bruce, Clark, Hal, Barry, Donna, whatever the fuck like that, we can live forever. We live forever. We'll be young forever. We'll always have these adventures. If anything ever happens, we just reboot and we're good. No big deal. But that is not the truth. And Wonder Woman lives by the truth. So she's like, we can't keep doing this recycling thing over again. And plus, I don't want to serve under you, even though I know you have the power to rewrite the multiverse, stuff like that. So now all of a sudden she gets powered by dreams or something. I don't know. She gets powered by the dreams or the potential of, the Justice League and all the folks before. And she gets enough power to punch him. And she punches him through time. She punches him through time to the end of the multiverse where, the earth, the sun is just a red sun, which everything else is dead. She puts through it, kills him. That's it. So that's the end of the Batman Who Laughs. He's out of here. And they all win. Fuck them. Now, this is some shit.
And they all.
Yeah.
Oh, just be Cliff. It's Ray Fisher's hand.
He's just that powerful. That's the only time you ever gonna see him, so fuck it. So now that Diana has gone to the end of the multiverse and she's killed the Batman who's last, she hears this voice and she's like, "Who are you?" And the voice says, "You know who I am." But so you can understand, you can understand who I am, I'm gonna take a form so you can kind of understand who I am. And the form turns into Golden Age Wonder Woman. It's not really Golden Age Wonder Woman. It's who the fuck? It's somebody. The Source, if you want to call it that. Basically what she's saying is that you saved the multiverse, and she's asking them, like, are you going to wipe us out? Are you going to, like, end us? Like, nah, we're not going to end y'all. But there is a catch. And one of them was like, okay, if I got to die, then I got to die. She's like, no, you're not going to die. But you're going to ascend to a higher plane or some shit. You're going to become one of the gods to watch over the multiverse or some shit. Yeah, so that's it for that. Then they celebrate stuff like that and blah, 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 stuff. But this is the thing. Okay, so the Flashes, Barry and Wally have realized that in the center of the multiverse, a place that they're never supposed to go to, they go there, and the Justice League and the Legion of Doom have teamed up together. You got Lex Luthor, Talia al Ghul, Batman, Superman, Vandal Savage, whatever. All these folks right here. The reason they've teamed up, because they realized that what Wonder Woman did is that this isn't really a crisis. What Wonder Woman did is that everything that has ever happened is canon. Everything. All the multi-universes, all the Elseworlds, all this bullshit like that. And they also found out one more thing is that they are no longer the center of the multiverse. So the multiverse no longer revolves around them. So they're like, well, who does the multiverse revolve around? We don't know. We're just going to call this planet the Elseworld. They say it's just two centers of the multiverse that they don't know about. They think they recognize one called the Elseworld, and they don't recognize the other one. But they're saying like the multiverse is still like forming, so we'll figure out what's going on. Let's see. Yeah, Ray Fisher. So that's what's going on with that. And then it just ends with the Golden Age, Justice Society of America fighting. So that's the book. So pretty cool. They could, I think they could have went more conceptual if they wanted to, but then they would have got up their own ass, which they've been doing this whole series anyway, so they wanted to really do that. Overall, I think it was a good book. It was just bloated for no reason, just a whole bunch of shit going on. So, yeah. Overall,
is it finally over?
It's over. It's over. This is it. That's the last book. And I think they drug this book out as long as they did, just so it can completely end at this point where we're at right now, so they can just roll right into Future State. Because they start, basically what they're saying is that, like the Future State, I don't know how much of this Future State you read, but what they're saying is that is probably the actual DC universe now. And the DC universe that we used to know isn't the DC universe, but it still exists. So
it's basically a big, giant fucking thing to stop comic nerds from bitching about shit that happened, that fucks up canon or something.
Yep, that is true. So basically, one thing you could say is that, okay, the reason they did Crisis on Infinite Earth back in 1985 was to fix shit like this. So now they just said, fuck it, let's just go back to what we were doing before 1985.
Wasn't it the anti-crisis?
Yeah,
the anti-crisis, wasn't that?
No, he was is a meta satire comedy parody of constant reboots of starts and stops, beginning. 616, that is exactly what it is. But the thing is, I don't think they know it's a comedy. I think they're not in on the joke with AT&T versus WB versus DC, because it definitely does read like that. Like the hands could be DC editorial, AT&T, because basically they was just like, look, this universe is so out of control, so chaotic. Let's just fucking end this shit, But they decided to keep it going anyway. So yes, Wonder Woman goes
for 2 years.
Yeah, until they reboot everything. So yeah. Who else we got? Somebody else came in. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, overall book 45. But we had to get to that point to get to this because Future State rolls out of the dark metal shit. So,
yeah, it exists because that.
It exists just because that, and that's basically what they're doing. So basically, everything is canon. Everything you ever like is there. But they don't really know what's there because I have a feeling they're gonna forget because they don't have anybody running like continuity and keeping up with this shit because that's what threw the New 52 off the rails.
Well, this is just like we said. It's to give comic nerds who bitch about shit, an excuse to like ignore it. I guess like if you don't like, that's my thing. If you didn't like it, just don't read it. You know what I mean?
Right. But the thing is, they basically saying like, okay, we about to talk about Black Batman, but they're saying if you don't like Black Batman, White Batman will still be going. Because, like I said, they didn't cancel like Detective Comics or that Tinian Run.
No,
that shit is still going.
Yeah, this is just Black Batman. If you read it and you like it, cool. If you don't got to read it. Go read White Batman.
You don't have to bitch. Just read what you want to read.
Yeah, you didn't have to fucking write this whole fucking horseshit death metal series to give you an excuse to not like it or
Right. Future State is Elseworld. Yeah, but here's the thing. But they're saying Elseworld now is the center of the multiverse. So they're saying this is the real DC. And the DC that we... Fuck it. I don't know. Anyway, can we go to the next one?
Sure.
I did. Okay. That's why I want to get away from this DC metal shit because I didn't know how much up its own ass it wanted to be. But now we just get to the basic shit now. So now we're going to talk about Future State, the next Batman, #1. Eli, normally we have a pattern on this show where anytime we do Batman, you talk about it.
I do, yeah.
But this time I feel like I'm obligated to talk about it because of the circumstances.
I guess if you want to token yourself, sure.
I guess. just check the boxes. Oh, man.
I'll do Hellions because Grey Crow's in that.
Okay. See, I can't do Grey Crow. See, this is what they were trying to say with the struggle. I can't do that in Hellions, Let's see, who do we got? Before we get to that shit. I need to copy the one thing that makes the Marvel Comics Universe 616 Prime each matter. One continuous student that did. Oh, that's bullshit. 616, that is bullshit. The 616 gets reset all the time. They just do it differently. Box check. Cliff, that's what I am. I am here to check boxes. Because 616, man, what they do and what I've seen what Marvel does is that they don't just do like a hard reset. They do a soft reset. What they do is that they'll just change this shit over here. It used to be the Korean War. Now it's the, I don't know.
Oh, what's that country called again?
Kunlun War or some shit. They'll do little shit like that.
Fuck. I forgot what it's called, man.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called, but they do little shit like that, and they'll just reset it. They basically reset how they need to reset. Like, Reed Richards no longer met the Thing in the Korean War. Shit like that. But that's how it was back then. They no longer went to space to be the first people in space, because that was back in like the 60s, But anyway.
And it worked because no one today was alive back then to give a shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like Captain America has always revived 10 years from whatever now is. Right? 10 years ago from whatever now is. So in the comics, he met Nixon. That shit never happened. Eisenhower, whatever the fuck, Okay. Anyway, what the fuck were we talking about? Okay. So, new Batman. Who is this Batman? Why is this Batman? Where is this Batman? All right. When is this Batman? That's another thing we talk about. So, let's jump into it. Now, basically, the book starts off actually with this Batman fighting this rapist. He gets him. I'm going to show you a little panel. I actually like the art in this book. It's actually, it's kinetic. I love the things using the word. Beats the shit out of him. He is a rapist. They've been actually out on him. The one thing he does, he takes his mask off. Because he's saying, I'm trying to save you. Because, okay, a setup for what's going on right now. Apparently, there was this thing called A-Day. We don't know what A-Day is. If they did, I don't know.
In Gotham City?
I don't know if it was in Gotham City or what. Man, bombs real nowadays. I don't know if it's Gotham City anyway, but they don't explain what A-Day is. But anything, whatever happened, they outlawed the mask. They brought in this military state called the Magistrate. You ever seen RoboCop? That's what this is. It's RoboCop.
Yeah. This is probably that. What's that? The guy, the in Detectives, the guy who was running. So yeah, Tanaka, is that his name? Tanaka.
His name is mentioned in this book.
Yeah, he was running for mayor and he was against mass superheroes, mass vigilantes. That was like his platform. He was an anti-masker.
Right. So this is 10 years after whatever that it was.
Yeah. So obviously that policy must have stuck, and now Gotham City is this like police state.
They're police state now, and that's what Batman is doing here now. He's removing his mask. He's like, I'm trying to save you because if you keep that mask on, the magistrate is going to come for you. But if you have a mask on, you just get arrested by GCPD. No big deal, you know. So that's why he was, you know, that's why he's saying he's trying to save him. What else goes on? Now we know this is a new Batman because he says, the old Batman never had this problem. Wait, I'm the new Batman, you know. So we know it's a different guy, you know. And we go to the Fox resident. We see Luke Fox. He's like, his mom like, where the hell you been? He's like, oh, I've been busy. He's like, look, you better not start acting like Bruce Wayne. You're not Bruce Wayne, you know.
I like how they sort of allude to, you don't know who it, like, we all thought it was going to be Lucius. Or not Lucius.
Luke, yeah.
Luke.
But see, here's the thing. Luke is narrating the story. Like this caption right here, this is Luke talking.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same caption as Batman. So I mean, I know they're smart enough to figure out what's going on right here. Are they doing a misdirect, Eli? Is it Luke? You know, I don't know. Who do we got?
Tim on the masks.
I thought it'd be Joe. Yeah.
You think that's Lucius or Luke?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, they showed the picture. They showed the picture of like issue number 2 that is Tim in the suit. But the whole time we narrate, that's the same looking color box that is. And
yeah,
this is.
But is that Lucius? Not Lucius. Luke.
That is Luke. That is Luke talking.
You think that's Luke narrating? You don't think that's Tim?
Right here.
This is
Luke. Because he says, because when we just talked about, this is Luke. Luke Fox. Because he says, like my mom told me to quit acting like Bruce Wayne. So he's definitely the one narrating.
Yeah. But I
don't know if that's him the whole entire time.
Okay. That's interesting. I never thought of that. Because I thought Tim, but we can't have two Tims. Jace. Right. They call him Jace.
Right, they call him Jace. He says his name is Jace, but he's really Tim, you know.
Yeah, because we already got Tim. There's already a Robin named Tim.
Yeah, rocking with the Fox family. Yeah, the Fox family is a big deal in here. Like I said, the police state, I know something happened to their sister. They just said she relapsed. Don't really know what the big deal. Luke comes in. Tim is sitting over there. They got friction. Tim is basically the black sheep of the family. They don't really fool with Tim. I'm pretty sure, like in Luke's solo series when he was Batwing, like Tim was the big bad guy of that comic. So he's like, you know, Tim, get the fuck out of here. You know, Tim's like, you know, I'm trying to be here. You're like, we have an issue. You know, they argue back and forth like that. Anyway, that being said,
and for those who don't know, Bruce Wayne lost his fortune in the Joker War, and then Lucius basically took it over.
Right. Even though Bruce is never mentioned in this book.
He's not.
All they say is that something happened to him, but they don't know what happened.
Well, if death metal actually happened, then he became a zombie and shit.
Became a zombie, got his hand chopped off, yeah, all the stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, but that was on another multiverse. That was right. So, but it's connected.
That doesn't matter anymore. That doesn't matter because this is what matters.
Right, but nothing matters, but everything matters. That's we're confusing ourselves. Anyway, we go back to it. Batman shows back up again. Apparently, there's a Bane gang. They got a name, but I don't remember the comments.
The Banelitos.
The Banelitos. That's what they call them. I like Bane gang better. That's me. Anyway, in order to get into the Banelitos, you got blood in, blood out. That's how you got to do. You got to catch a body. You know, so they do that. They try to catch a guy on the street. He's packing himself. These are two little kids. So they have to join and then the brother stops him from shooting him and he's going to shoot him. And that's when Batman shows up and knocks him out the way. And here's the thing with Batman. Now this is very interesting. There's a theme that's going on with this Batman. He's saving all these criminals. He's saving all these thugs. He tell them, now do something with your life, you know. And this got me right here, Eli. This got me right here. Boom. Just this whole layout right here is Batman. They're not paying attention. Boom. You can almost hear like the Tim Burton background music in there with Batman just smiling. Bam. Smash to the car right there. Batman beating the shit out these guys. And then the kids. Like I said, he goes and saves the kids. Now, that's what I'm trying to see if there's a difference between this Batman and Bruce Wayne Batman. Now, what do you think Bruce Wayne Batman would do in this situation right here? With two kids with Bane masks holding a gun in his face.
I want to know how his motherfuckers knew these were kids.
That is true. I mean, I guess they were just small. I guess they were small, little. I guess the way. But
I get your point. Bruce Wayne lately has been getting a lot of slack by being a rich white guy that beats the shit out of poor folk.
Now, I'm not trying to be that person. I'm trying to be like that, But yeah, so basically, this Batman sees these two bang gang, bang Lido kids, stuff like that. He just say, "Put the gun down, come with me," and he even says, "Please." He says, "Please."
He also saved the rapist. I just noticed,
and he saved the rapist, right? He saved the rapist from getting the shit beat out of him. Like, and then, but see, here's the thing: like the magistrate is coming. And they see those Bane masks on. It's a wrap for them. It's over. That's what we understand so far. So Batman,
I love the laser sights. Yeah, the
laser sights gonna put them on there. So he throws down smoke bombs and he takes them up to the top. Get them out of there because, like I said, if you wearing a mask, it's over. They don't. It's wrap. So
even though they do. That's
even though they wear masks also. And then this is like one of the main panels they had going on right now. He's like, "Are you going to take us to jail?" He's like, "No, I'm going to take you to child services, and what you make of your life from there, that's it." And some of the bullshit happens also. This dude gets kidnapped by the Red Hood. Oh yeah, we got to talk about this shit. You know what? I'm going to let you talk about the rest of this shit, Eli, because that shit was awesome. Not this shit. This shit was bullshit. I guess it's the Red Hood gang or something. I don't know.
What am I talking about? I'm going to talk about Katana.
Okay, I'll talk about Katana.
You want me to talk about Katana? Oh, you can. Good. I don't.
Okay, I'll talk about Katana. Anyway, that's what's going on with this book. So this is the like 20 pages something like that. This is the Batman book going on right now. Now here's the thing, Eli. I think what like I said, for those that don't know, this story was written by John Ridley. Am I saying it right? John Ridley. So this is the script writer of 12 Years a Slave. Kind of like
who wrote the Batman or the Katana?
Who wrote Batman?
Okay.
Yeah, who wrote Batman? He wrote 12 Years a Slave. And I think he's trying to separate the difference between this Batman and Bruce Wayne Batman. Because like I said, this is a black Batman. And remember, I always gave criticism on why a black Batman wouldn't work. Because a black Batman wouldn't just go to the hood and just beat the shit out of people. And he's not doing it. He is beating the shit out of people. But he's also saving people from the police. Everybody in there, he's saving people from, not really police, but like, police brutality, if anything like that.
Yeah.
He's saving kids. He's saving rapists. He's saving that Bane thug, stuff like that. He's saving people and even asking them, please do something better with your life. I'm not just going to just beat the shit out of you, just leave you for jail, stuff like that. It's different. They are trying to separate that this Batman is different from Bruce Wayne Batman.
Batman,
right.
Kind of like HBO. It's funny. I started rewatching the Watchmen show this week.
Did you?
Because just started
the Batman who cries. But like I said, we still don't know what Batman this is, and I think that's why DC was trying to hold off right on for the longest about giving the identity of Batman, because they wanted to save. Because in this book, like if you didn't know what was going on, you still don't know who Batman's identity is. You would assume it's Luke's, especially with the way everything is going, because they never hint anything that it's Tim.
Yeah, I thought it was Tim when they announced it or whatever. But
well, they showed Tim in the suit, I think on issue 2. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about the Katana book, and I ain't gonna talk about shit else. But I'm gonna talk about some more shit. But anyway,
okay.
What else we got going on? So the Katana, honestly, this Katana book, it's not even Katana. It's the Outsiders book. This was my favorite thing I read this week. All this future state shit, it was my favorite. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this. Just so basically, what the book starts off with, because like I said, we're still in Gotham, but they're on the outside of Gotham, like on the city limits of Gotham. So if you're on the outside of Gotham, the magistrate can't get to you, which if you're outside city limits. So we got here is Duke, Signal, and he's getting some people outside of the city. Now, once they get outside the city, the police can't come for them. That's when Katana, there's Katana. She got my back. She cut you down like mowing the lawn. Yes, that Katana right there. So she comes in with a jetpack, and I talked about shit the other day. We need jetpacks. James Bond had a jetpack in 1965. We need a jetpack now. I'm getting off subject, but anyway.
Jetpack ninjas.
Jetpack ninjas, that's it. So Katana comes down. I fucked up. Katana comes down, and she basically saying, since you're on the outside of the city, if you cross this line, your soul is mine. Your soul belongs to me. And it was like, okay, well, we're not going to cross the line, but we got bullets. So what the fuck you going to do? And this is a cool ass panel. This is why I love this fucking book, right? I don't know who drew this shit. This shit is fucking awesome. She's just blocking this shit with her bullets and shit like that. And the last bullet, she like swats it back at her like Barry Bonds and shit, and like shoot the guy with his own bullet. And so then she just yells at and this like this panel right here. She talking to like her dead husband in the soul and shit like that. She cusses Duke out. She like, oh, this panel right here. I just like this panel. Just like it's like an anime type feel to it.
Yeah,
I don't know who drew this shit, but I kind of like this shit. Yeah,
yeah, it was a total manga. You know.
Yeah, like manga shit going on. Just this, like I said, this is an outsider's book. You know, and then she flies off. Her jetpack, you know, runs out of gas. Gomer said that's why jetpacks don't work. So maybe we don't need a jetpack. Anyway, this panel right here, I love this.
Why don't they work? Because they crash?
Well, because they said they only get 7 miles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then you're flying to work and you don't gas your jetpack up and you just fall out the sky. You know. Why are we talking about jetpacks? Anyway,
yeah, but not if you use like cosmic power or some shit.
Well, they haven't made that yet. I'm talking about in real life.
Oh, they got those one that go over water. You know, you got the tube in the water.
I don't want that shit. I want the Iron Man shit, man. I want the Tony Stark shit. Where's that shit? Anyway, what are we talking about? Anyway, this panel right here is my favorite panel that I read all week because you can just see. Now, this is some straight manga anime shit because you actually see the progress of where she's going. She's following her chopping through people right here. She crashes through the building. Keep walking ahead. While she's doing that, you can see the magistrate coming after her and shit like that, following her. And she gets to Caliber. Now, Caliber is basically DC's ripoff version of Cable. That's who he is. But he's saying the magistrate has power for him twice as powerful as he has been before, and he just starts beating the shit out of Katana. She can't hand up to him. She's trying to like stop the truck from leaving, you know, but Caliber just don't care. Beating the shit out of her. She can't handle him. And right when it's about to while he's about to take her out, all of a sudden it starts lightning. And they asking, why is the lightning black? And you know what that is? Yeah. Black lightning. Comes out of nowhere and just fucked everybody up, you know. But they still able to get away. But the thing is, Jefferson Pearson not here for that. And he's all like lightning. Like he's all energy. You know, I'm trying to get to the panel. Yeah. He's all energy right now. He's like, look, don't worry about what happened to me. So basically some dark magic cursed him, and that's why he's like this now. He's like, don't worry about me. That group of people that Duke took with him, one of them is a spy for the magistrate. The end. So that's the book. So, like I said, this was my favorite story. The arc was just kinetic. I love that word. And like I said, you got the outsiders here. You had Duke, you had Black Lightning, you had Katanas. But this is my favorite Katana story I ever read. She's saying one of these guys is a spy. But we don't know which. Then we'll have to find the next issue. And Arkham Knight shows in it, but I don't give a fuck about the book. Anyway, yeah, like I said, Batman story.
You didn't like the Arkham Knight?
Not really. It was all right.
It was really wordy. I think I thought it had good ideas.
I didn't like,
but it was really wordy.
I didn't like the art. The outside is cool to ever. Yeah, that outside of the book was great. I need to read this future stuff shit. Yes, Tyler Hansen. You need to read some of it. we gonna get there. Some of this future stuff shit was like really like the Batman stuff. It got me. I'm all in on the Batman stuff, especially since most of these books deal with like the magistrate and Gotham going in anyway. You know. All right, Eli, you read Swamp Thing, right? Unless you want to talk about the Arkham Knight.
Other than that, I like the idea of Astrid just sort of taking all these like back to what you're saying of how Batman just threw all these motherfuckers in Arkham to let them rot.
Yeah.
And none of them like ever got made any progress or got rehabilitated. Here she is gathering all these, you know, Arkham patients and forming a team out of them.
Well, we'll at least set up what happened. When the magistrate took over, they burned down Arkham Asylum. So the inmates are loose, and the Arkham Knight basically, you know, reeled them in.
Yeah, and they're going to be like a team. Because you got Two-Faced on.
Two-Faced, like Second Man. Clayface is there, you know.
Yeah, fucking, was it?
One of the Dumpties.
Yeah.
So if only one of them dead, and something was happening to his brother. So
yeah, and they get Killer Croc at some points. I just thought it was a cool idea, but it was very like I was like exhausted by the time I got done reading it.
Honestly, the art just didn't grab me. I don't know what it was. It was just like I don't know. Now I like this panel when they like one of the magistrate, like the main peacekeeper number 12, and Mr. Zaz on the team, and Arkham Knight was basically like, you know, this is a time for me to just let Zaz cut loose. And the next panel you see this, so you know Zaz fucked that guy up.
Yeah, hell yeah, Zaz is on the team.
Right, Zaz is on the team, so you know
got
this team
Zaz.
is crazy.
She got Zaz on the team. This is like a way iller Suicide Squad than Suicide
Basically,
Squad.
yeah. Like
No,
it is a concept, Brazilian Wax, Wonder Woman, a good read. We're going to talk about Wonder Woman next, but before we get there, Eli, I'm going to let you take over because you read Swamp Thing.
All I got to say about Swamp Thing is that really cool art. And I like basically the world is a huge fauna. It's just all engulfed in the green, and they're looking for the very last remnants of humanity. And I think they find Animal Man at the end. So that's
Okay, let me go there. Let me go because it wasn't Animal Man. Oh, I don't think it was Animal Man because they actually never said.
Okay, yeah, I don't know.
Okay, now you might be right, but I'm thinking. Let me see if I can get to it. Let me find it. I'm gonna go a little bit.
Did you read it?
Yeah, I read it.
Okay, yeah.
Let me see. I'm trying to find it.
I thought the art was dope in this, and I thought it made a lot of cool. Like it was very philosophical in a way, as far as like comparing humans to and the way that human bodies and the blood vessels are basically like plants, you know,
but
branches and roots and stuff.
Crap, I can't find it. Anyway, they were actually trying to make a point. Let me see who's here. Willie, Big Willie, what's going on? We talking about Future State, Willie. We on Swamp Thing right now. Let me go to it.
Was that Animal Man at the end? We don't know.
Yes, Willie, if you read Future State was Animal Man, because I don't think that was Animal Man. I think that was Anton Arcane. That's what I think that was.
Okay.
Basically, Swamp Thing's Lex Luthor. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is Future State.
He says it's Floronic Man.
I don't know, because it was a man. Floronic Man's not a man. He's like a florist.
But this is Elseworld, dude.
Fuck these books. Every time you think you get somewhere. Okay. But the thing was, this is very Alan Moore-ish. Now, here's the thing. Like I said, fuck off this. Okay. We're too much into it. All right. So, the thing about this book is that there is a old Alan Moore book where Swamp Thing went to another planet where he was by himself and he just made civilization to himself. But it didn't work because even though he was able to create life again, he couldn't create souls. So all this stuff he's doing with the cardiovascular system and muscles like that. Green. Yeah, he's remaking people. But so all those people that are there, like that chick, that little girl look like Poison Ivy and the blue guy, stuff like that, they're all him. He made them. But he's perfected the system where they're not crude like they were in the Alan Moore story. They're basically as lifelike as they are and can be. But here's the thing, and I noticed something's going on right now. Remember that guy Indigo? Yeah. Everything he's saying, he disagrees with everything Swamp Thing is saying. That's because all of Swamp Thing's doubts, all of his fears, all of his cynicism, he put it in that guy. So everything that these people are saying, these plant people are saying, it's really Swamp Thing saying it. It's his mind talking back to him. Because it's like when you write your own story, you play with your stories like that, you can only extend your own soul to everybody else. And that's why Swamp Thing wants the people back. Because there's the blueprint. He's trying to be a person. That's why he makes these people, like these plant people, as people-like as possible.
You should have did Swamp Thing then, yeah.
Oh, well,
I just did Swamp Thing.
Well, I didn't want to do it, but I did. Anyway, but that's the broad stroke what's going on. But the point is, we go to the end of it, and Swamp Thing is looking for people, but he can't find people because the people have gone to Minnesota.
That's Wisconsin, man. They went to Wisconsin.
But the reason I say that it's Anton Arcane is because the people go to this place and they meet this person called the Undying Man. This guy in the wheelchair right here who's wearing all red and stuff like that. And at the end, this is Obsidian. Now, this is how we know we're in some kind of weird Elseworld world, because Obsidian doesn't exist in the New 52. I don't think. Willie, if I'm wrong, let me know, but I'm gonna break something down real quick. Now, Obsidian existed before Christ on Infinite Earth because he's the son of Alan Scott, the Golden Age Green Lantern. Him and Jay, he's a son. But the New 52 retcon Alan Scott is gay. So since you're gay, you can't have kids. That's the rule, I guess. So they
adopt, I guess.
I guess, but that's the comic
artificial insemination, I guess, find a mother. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's the rule. So since they made Alan Scott gay, they made it where he had no kids, which completely retconned this guy out of existence. But now Obsidian is back, kinda. But he's doing something with him, and this guy's basically saying, "My old friend Swamp Thing, we will be back." And look at he's like rotting, decaying, because Anton Arcane, they retcon him where like Swamp Thing is the avatar of the green, Anton Arcane is the avatar of the gray, which is all called the rot. So I think I might be completely wrong. I might not know what the hell I'm talking about, but that's what I think is going on.
All right.
So overall, I like the book. I had to read it twice to like really catch all the shit going on. Like I said, the art is awesome. I get that. And when I started looking, I was like, okay, the book is.
That's the only reason why I picked it up, because I didn't give a shit. But I was like, oh, this looks kind of cool. So
yeah. So let's see what we got. It's no. It's not Decide. It's not Decide, Cliff. I'm gonna tell you why. Willie, was I right? Okay. If I'm right, I'm right. Okay. We'll know next week. Everything is canon. Everything and nothing, Cliff. Now, the reason I say it's not Decide, because they actually in the Dark Knight metal, because here's the thing, the new gods exist outside of the multiverse. Like, even though there's like 50 million Batmans, infinite Supermans, there's only one Darkseid. Darkseid is. So they live outside the new god, and so when they made this new infinite whatever world they have right now, they can't find Darkseid. They don't know where the new gods are. So the new gods right now are out of place. So it's not Decide or Darkseid or anything like that. So I guess back on me, huh?
I guess, because those are the only two Future State books I read.
Okay. I'm exhausted. I'll take water in this. Okay. Now, like I said, we talked about Batman. We're going to talk about the third best-selling book this week, I think. And we can talk about Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman was the best-selling or third best?
Maybe. I may be making some shit up. I don't know. I think it was up there. I remember that. So we're going to talk about Wonder Woman. Now, what's the whole point of this Wonder Woman book? We're going to go here. Let's see what we got here.
You need
to be able to read this stuff. It's DC, man. It's high concept shit, man. That's what they do. Because everything is real, nothing is real, stuff like that, Anyway, we're going to Wonder Woman. The name of this Wonder Woman is Yara Flor. Now, what's her deal? What is her bag? I'm trying to get to it. Fuck. Anyway, Yara Flor is we don't really know what her thing is. Thing is, she lives in the Amazon. So she is a actual Amazon because she comes from the Amazon rainforest. And we see the book and she's fighting this Hydra. So, trying to see if I can get to it. Now, we want to talk about art. I love the art of this book. I fucking love the art of this Wonder Woman book. I don't know who drew this shit. She is amazing. Like I said, you fight this Hydra person right here.
That's not Becky Cloonan?
I don't know. Somebody I never heard before. So she fights a Hydra, chops off one of the head. The head keeps coming. Yeah, let's see if we can go in. And like I said, Eli, I followed this book because I like the plot, and this is the plot. Like I said, if you get who, here's the thing, they've already greenlit a CW show of this chick. Like already, right. It's coming out. So whoever they get, it need to be the baddest Latina we've ever seen. I want 90s Selma Hayek level. Give me that. But anyway, where were we? Like I said, they keep fighting, and she basically says that, okay, so this Wonder Woman, you know how Wonder Woman, like Diana, just plays in the Greek mythology?
Yeah.
Now, she says something about, like, okay, so they have Zeus, the Greek god of thunder, but she also says that there's another god of thunder in her culture called Tula. Am I saying it right?
In Brazilian or whatever?
I guess. I don't know. She said, it's a thing.
I don't know.
It's a thing. What it is, it's another god of thunder, like in another mythology that she names, and she may or may not be her daughter. His daughter or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but anyway, she's saying, then, and she also got a Pegasus. Because, like I said, why not? Whatever. Because she can't fly. She's just super strong, sword. She got not a magic lasso, but magic bolas. If that makes any sense, because So, and they still do that thing, you know, they wrap around people, stuff like that. And this thing here, corporeal, something like that. And now, I don't really know where she's come from, but she's a mythological creature also. But I don't know what myth she's from. So I think what they're doing with this Wonder Woman is that instead of just playing in Greek mythology, she just plays in all mythology. They're just basically saying that everything is there. She just go wherever. She might pop up with like Egyptians or something like that. She might pop up with and play in the Greek. She might play, like I said, if she's from, you know, Amazon or Brazilian mythology, she might play in that field. She can just kind of just do whatever, you know. But she goes to Hades, she go to Tartarus to look for her dead sister. She sees Cerberus sleeping, but they changed up how Tartarus looks like in this universe. It looks like an airport. So why? I don't know. It just does. Like they even have a checkout counter who, you know, Yara just says, fuck it. She just tears the shit up and stuff like that.
Like Beetlejuice?
Yeah, like that. That's exactly what it looked like. They pretty much did that, you know, and she gets pissed off, just rip the shit off. And there we go. She just walks through it. They keep walking. And yeah, here's my thing, Eli. Look at this, man. I love the art. I don't know. Look, you remember how I used to gush on, like, little cuff right here. You know how I used to gush on Punchline? I forgot her name already. Okay, this is my new comic crush right here. Here's the thing. I always look like, how would Punchline look, you know, if she played like cosplay? I just want to see what the cosplay look like, you know. This, I need to see the cosplay of this, Eli. I need it. Like yesterday. But anyway, she gets to the river Styx. They never name it, but if you know your Greek lore, you got the river Styx that's carrying right there. You have to pay your tolls to get there because basically she's going to the city of the dead to get her dead sister back. And she skips line with a sumo or some shit. Sumo fights her. Everybody fights. And then they sick Cerberus. So Cerberus finally wakes up and attacks her, you know. But the next book is basically her riding Cerberus. So here's the thing. The story I don't give a shit about, but the art is awesome. I like the character. The character is awesome. You know, so I think they have something here, but this story like made no fucking sense. It's like all over the fucking place. You know, but like I said, it's Wonder Woman. It's magic. You know, just do whatever.
Mythology. I mean, she was always dealing with the gods and shit.
Right. So it seems like her thing is like she's not limited to Greek mythology. She can just do just whatever. So who knows what the fuck might pop in? She like the African Orishis might.
She's diversifying mythology.
Exactly. Check the boxes. You know. Oh shit! I'm still going. Okay.
You got Harley Quinn. You got Superman. And
what I got next? Superman.
Flash.
I'm sorry, y'all. I know this is when y'all usually check out, but I'm gonna keep going. But right now, we're gonna do Superman. We're gonna do Future State Superman. Now, like I said, there's a new there's a new Batman. There's a new Wonder Woman. There's also a new Superman. So where
is he new? Is he new?
Actually, no, not really. Not that you bring that up. Let's see. A style like right. I hope the CW show is high budgeted. Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna make a CW show of a character that only has one issue. So they'll figure it out.
That's WB. They're always saying some shit.
Yeah.
Announcing everything.
Yeah, they're always announcing everything that's coming on. So anyway, so the next book we're gonna do is Superman, and I completely missed that one. It don't even really matter. Let's keep going. Anyway, the Superman book. The new Superman is Jonathan Kent. Superboy in the old universe, you know. So he's back now, and his thing is that just like, you know, Gotham City is like this shit show, so is Metropolis. It's a shit show also, but it's a different type of shit show. So apparently, like Brainiac left some kind of machine behind called the brain cells that has turned everybody has transformed their skin and their names like so. He controls Metropolis. Metropolis got to the point that they have declared themselves their own sovereign state. Nobody is allowed in Metropolis except Metropolis people. And the U.S. government doesn't like that, so they send the army after them. And so the army is getting ready to shoot them, and as the people over there, they call themselves the Zealots now. They're crazy. That Brainiac is dead, but his remnants are called Brain Cell. And so Jonathan Kent, it comes to there, you know, stops the army from shooting the people, you know. And he realized that this shit has gotten so out of hand, I can't stop it. So the only thing for him to do is to shrink Metropolis. Like like Brainiac. Yeah.
Like fucking that one city. What was that one city?
Candor.
With the Candor.
Yeah. So he does that to Metropolis. So he's like, because the thing is, Brainiac remnant brain cell has brainwashed them so much. I need time to figure out how to get them away from it. Plus, the U.S. government was going to, one, blow the people up of Metropolis because they got so rowdy and out of control, and two, they were going to try to take that Brainiac brain cell for themselves to study it. So he can't do that. So he shrunk the city, took it back to the Fortress of Solitude, to try to figure out what the hell's going on. While he's gone there, that's when Supergirl shows back up, and Supergirl is like, what the fuck did you just do? Did you just shrink Metropolis? Like, what the hell? See, I told Kal-El, I told your father, you weren't ready. But then you go and do some shit like this. So what I want you to do, return Metropolis, and you're done as Superman. You're like, wait, what? Yeah, you're done. Take the S off. Hell, you ain't even as strong and fast as anyway. You're like your mom. You're half human. You ain't even like us anyway. And that's when he figured out, like, oh, I figured it out. Brainiac's controlling her. The reason he's controlling her because he has some kind of machine that controls full-blooded Kryptonians. It don't work on Jonathan, but it works on her, and it would have worked on Superman Clark if he was there. Clark is gone somewhere. No one knows. They never explain it. But anyway, since
he's playing Bon Jovi covers in space.
Yeah, he's got rock concerts like that. So anyway, Supergirl just beats the shit out of him. Just lets his ass have it because he can't keep up with her because she's full Kryptonian. Smack shit out of him. Then the government sends like drones after stuff like that, like get back the city of Metropolis. He's going all out. Anyway, while all this shit is going on, and here's actually a pretty good panel right here, actually. Jonathan wants to be a different type of Superman because basically when Superman and Supergirl used to go down and save people, they just leave. Fuck everything else. But Jonathan stayed back and talked to the people, and it's like, okay, are you going to help us clean up? Are you going to help us, talk people down so it won't be radical like that? He I need to be a more caring Superman, which makes more sense because, like I said, he's human. Anyway, skip to the end. Brainiac does some bullshit, and I think he shrinks the Fortress of Solitude. I think.
Brainiac?
So anyway, yeah, I think that's what happened. So
I thought Brainiac was dead.
Well, the remnants of Brainiac called Brain Cell has taken Brainiac's ship and shrunk the Fortress of Solitude.
So Brainiac's dead.
Supergirl killed Brainiac like 10 years ago.
So Brainiac's dead, but he has some tech left behind that everybody in Metropolis is using?
Yes.
Like in them?
Yeah, like in their skin. Skin.
Like implanted with...
Yeah.
Okay.
They all connect, and they saying they did it on their own free will.
Whose idea was that?
The people.
Okay.
Yeah, because he talking because they did it on their own free will, but it was this tech mogul named Trojan or something like that. Basically, like if you... It's basically like being jacked into the Matrix. Like you willingly getting jacked to the Matrix. Like you can talk
Amazon. He's Amazon.
Basically, everybody's plugged in to each other at all time. You can talk to each other. You can live longer. You don't get sick. He promised them all these things like that, but at the same time, he can mind control them.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's going on right now. So
it's like logging into Facebook, but all your info is out on public record.
Right. Wonder Woman get it. I think that's exactly what happened. Him and Wonder Woman up in space just getting busy, making more Supergirls and Wonder Women and shit like that.
Super gods and shit.
Yeah. So Metropolis stays shrunk, never gets back, and Superboy, Superman, whatever like that just disappears. And the rest of the book is actually just about Metropolis, just without Superman. They just trying to
Miracle.
That's Mr. Miracle, but it's not the Mr. Miracle we know, Scott Free. It's another guy. Not gonna get into it. Didn't give a fuck about this book. Whatever. But
that sounded kind of cool. Like I thought about getting the Superman book, then I saw it was $5, and I'm like, eh.
Yeah, these books are expensive as hell. Luckily, I'm waiting for that stimulus check to come in. So, but anyway, the next book after this was actually pretty cool, and that's when I started realizing what the hell is going on. The next book is a Guardian book. Now, Guardian, like I said, he's a Metropolis hero also, and the guy said he moved to Metropolis because he used to stay in New York, but he wanted to move to a safer city. He was like, what's safer than Superman? If something goes wrong, Superman's there. Guess what? Fucked up shit goes down, Superman is gone. So now he's the only superhero to protect, Metropolis. So he talks to Jimmy Olsen, and Jimmy Olsen like leaving signs basically saying like, he needs you. He's trying to write signs to Superman, Clark Kent, because like, your son is fucking up, come back, save us. You know,
that's Jimmy Olsen there.
That's Jimmy Olsen. He's got a bit, like I said, this is like 10 years after,
Like
the regular shit.
Hipster Olsen.
Hipster Olsen like that. He's trying to tell him what's going on. And the thing is, like I said, they're in the bottle city of Metropolis. But the thing is, some of the people don't believe it's actually a real bottle. They got signs up like it's a hoax. It's not real. Bottle hoax. You see where we're going with this? You see where we're going? They're quarantined, supposed to stay where they are, but they trying to press up against the bottle, And the people are just going nuts, because they just stuck in the bottle, can't go anywhere, So, yeah, so Metropolis going crazy. And basically the whole book is about Guardian trying to save him. He may or may not have died at the end. Who knows? Anyways, part 2. So, that's when I started, it started clicking me what's going on, Eli. We live in a post-COVID world. We're not even post-COVID because we're still in this shit.
No, we're not.
But these stories are being influenced by 2020. Jimmy on this shit, probably so. Because even with Batman, like I said, the Batman story is about anti-maskers. Yeah. This story is about being trapped in a bottle. You can't go anywhere, and some people don't believe it's real.
Yeah, stuck.
Quarantine. Yeah. So yeah, so COVID and 2020 is influencing these stories. So that's some crazy shit. This white video, he didn't quit. He didn't quit. They threw his ass out the building. Oh shit! Still on me? Okay, I'm keeping.
You got Flash and Harley Quinn and
fuck. Right? Okay, let's go.
You read them all, huh?
I read them all. We're gonna keep going. Like I said, this is the whole future state slot. So we're going to do Harley Quinn. Let's do Harley Quinn next. I'm gonna just play. Cause like I said, the rest of these books, they're kind of whatever, So Harley Quinn book is basically about. Is that it? I think that's it. No, that's your boy.
That's correct.
There you go. Okay. So Harley Quinn book is also about the magistrate. She's in Gotham City, still in Gotham City, stuff like that. And the magistrate catches her. Because no vigilanteism is allowed in Gotham at this point. So, and I do want to show you this because, like I said, we were talking about the artwork. Let's see, we'll go with that. Honestly, to me personally, I thought Harley Quinn had the best art of all these books.
She's like a fan favorite, like what? One of their best-selling characters.
Yeah, so they I feel like they put their best guy in there. Like, look, this is like some real anime manga shit, and I feel like that's what DC is trying to go. Now, only thing I do think the layout's a little bit too cluttered. But I do like this right here when Harley Quinn is like fighting like these giant robots and her baseball bat don't work. She's like, keep talking out. And then you go here and you see this, she's locked in whatever the magistrate is again. So the main guy that's got her chained up is Jonathan Crane, Scarecrow.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, Scarecrow's got a chained up. He works for the magistrate now. And basically, Scarecrow is basically telling the Harley, normally, like I said, we see a mask on the street, we kill him. But your mediocrity has kept you alive. Because we never thought you was a threat anyway, so we just let you live. But I'm going to do something for you. I'm going to help you out. If you help me catch some of these criminals that are on the street right now, we'll set you free or do some shit like that. First person you got to catch is Professor Pig. And she basically like, it's kind of like a Silence of the Lamb thing, but they just basically ask her to consult because she understands the mind of a psychotic criminal. Okay, so they pick her brain, and she tells them what they need to know to catch criminals. So she catches Professor Pig. She catches I can't remember Firefly. She catches all these people. But the one person that they want her to catch is Black Mask. And nobody can catch Black Mask because Black Mask is on the streets giving people masks because that's what he does. So he's trying to rebuild the False Face Society. So the one thing the magistrate hate is Mask. Their biggest enemy is Black Mask. Because everybody works for him and gets masked. So that's the thing. Okay. Like I said, cool. I mean, the story was whatever. But like I said, the art was like, okay, give me whoever this person was. I don't know where they were. We'll put them in there. Let's see. All Metropolis super family related characters in this book sounds cool. COVID commentary. Yeah, it's in there. Last book. And I'm gonna just fly through this one. This is The Flash. Let's see. Where we're gonna go with that one, The Flash. Future State Flash. Now, unlike the other stories we just read, Barry Allen's actually in this book. So yeah, so we didn't do that. Oh well, fuck it, don't matter. Yeah, so Barry Allen's in this story. And basically what's going on, I'm gonna just talk about it. I'm not really just going there. Anyway, Wally West is going crazy, killing everybody, has turned into like some kind of Speed Force vampire. The Flash family have no powers. So they actually have to fight him with no powers. You know. And he's been trapped by like one of the 4 horsemen or some shit. And while they're talking to him, trying to free, so what they do, they steal the Thinker's thinking cap. They recreate it where they can, since they can't catch him speed-wise, they think they can catch him at the speed of thought, so they use their minds to catch Wally in the Speed Force. He tells them everything that's going on. Meanwhile, while they're in the thinking cap psychic realm, whatever like that, he kills Jay Garrick, you know, the old school Flash, whatever like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's when, because Barry has been holding on hope that maybe he can save Wally, but Wally has been killing like Flash members for like the last 5 years. Like the Black Kid Flash been running around, killed him, broke his neck. Just killed Jay Garrick, killed a bunch of other people. I think he Impulse died doing some shit or whatever. So Barry's like, fuck this, I gotta take Wally out. So he takes all the weapons that his enemies have been using on him to kill him for decades. He's going to use it to go after Wally. That's how the book ends. Science versus Speed Force. That's how the book ends. So that was the weakest book of the future fashion state, whatever. So anime style is cool. Yeah, like I said, it made a thing like that. So if there was one book I would have skipped, it would have been the Flash book. I was like, it's cool, it's whatever. But yeah. So basically, I told the books in the order that I liked them. I probably like the Superman book better than I like the Wonder Woman book, but I like the Wonder Woman art and character, even though the story was like nutty, whatever. But yeah, that's my thing. So, like I said, that is the entire line of Future State. I'm not going to go in depth like I did next week when they brought all next line of books, but I'll hit the high points, going from there.
You going to read them all next week too?
Hell no. I don't care how big this stimulus check going to be when it comes in. All right, so now you're up.
Okay, what should I do? What do we want to?
Hold up, let me see what we got. Okay, DC really hate. Yeah, that's my whole thing. You 616 man. You hit the nail on the head. Everybody got pissed at him because Wally West was killing people. So now they made another story in a whole new universe where
I forgot about that.
He's just really just killing people. So I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway.
All right. Well, I guess I'll do, since it's on me, we'll go to Marvel. Back to Marvel.
Back to Marvel.
We'll do Venom 32, another King in Black tie-in.
Oh yeah, we are doing King in Black. That's right.
Yeah. So, did you read this?
I did. Hell no.
Oh.
I had to skip some shit.
Oh yeah. So last Venom issue, Null is taking over the Earth. He's fucking shit up. He basically killed Eddie Brock last issue. Eddie was dead. He fell. And this,
yep.
Yeah. And this book, we pick up Eddie's in hell, like in the dark hell.
Another green door.
Basically, there's black hell, green hell. Now, yeah, Eddie's in symbiote hell, where all the symbiotes go. And then he meets, what's his name? Rex Bannister. What's his name?
Oh,
Rex.
Why does it sound like a porn star? What you just said?
Rex Bannister. That's from The Simpsons.
Steel.
Yeah, isn't that The Simpsons? Rex Bannister. What's his name?
Bang. Whatever the guy's name was.
Anyway, the guy, the old army guy. I can't what's his name? Rex. I'm gonna call him Rex. Anyways,
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, he meets him in hell and basically tells him that even though he's in hell, he's still got access to the Codex. And if he can contact his symbiote, but Null's got his symbiote. Like, where's that panel? I thought that was pretty cool. Right here.
He like absorbed him or some shit.
Yeah.
Let me get in there.
Null's got Eddie's symbiote, his Venom symbiote, like wrapped around his finger.
Right.
So he says, but that's my key. If I could get my symbiote back, he can bring me back to life because he always brought me back from death. And that's the thing. There's a really cool part. I guess this is better now that I'm thinking about it, and this is better than I thought. I didn't think much of it when I first read it, but now that I think about it, I was like, this is pretty cool. And he's like, all the shit that I've been through. He's like sitting here. He's like, I've been stabbed and maimed and been beat up by all these superheroes throughout my life, and I've never died. And you say, I fall off a building and that's what kills me? Like, fuck that shit.
Wheels himself back. Right.
Yeah. So he wants to, if he can get to his symbiote, through the codex, through the hive mind, he can, come back to life. So Rex is like, okay, well, I'll help you. And you know what? I got somebody else who can help you. And
here we go.
Flash Thompson.
The money shot. Oh,
yeah.
Agent. Oh, you didn't tell me that, Eli. You didn't tell me Agent Venom came back.
Yeah, that's
you just said Flash.
Agent Venom. Yeah, Flash Thompson. So that's to be continued.
Oh shit. Okay.
So now that I think about it, it's 4 out of 5. I'll give it another point because because last book he was just falling and it was all philosophical and all this shit.
Right, talking to God and talking to his son. Yeah,
and all this shit. And this was kind of the same thing. He's in hell and he meets Rex Bannister or Rex who tells him what life is all about. All that shit. But now I'm like, oh, okay. I think there's some cool moments in here that are pretty cool.
Because you kind of want to see Venom beat ass. Not having midlife crisis, whatever the fuck he was doing.
Yeah. So it wasn't as bad as I thought, or it's cooler than I thought it was. What else should I do? Hellions?
Yeah, all right.
Just waiting for my shit.
Check that box.
Check the box. Yeah, we got. Yeah, I am obligated to read this book because it has a native character in it. And John.
And I can't talk about the struggle.
Gray Crow. Yeah. So last issue. They basically went to find a robot suit for who's the guy with the robot suit again? Not Wild Child. Orphan Maker. Orphan Maker needs a robot suit to contain his power because his power could destroy the world or whatever. So Nanny says, "Okay, we'll go find his other suit. It's in a ship. Problem is, Cameron Hodge has got that ship."
Okay.
So they go to Cameron Hodge and they got to fight his racist religious robots. And that's what this one is. They're fighting the racist robots. Psylocke, I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember because I read this the other day. I should have took notes, but I didn't do my homework. So Psylocke and uploads this like a virus into the robots and basically get rid of their religious racist rhetoric and say that mutants are, they should be kind to mutants now and shit. Mm-hmm. And then it turns out that Hodge is a robot too.
I think he was always a robot.
Yeah. So he
made himself a robot or some shit.
Yeah. So so they get rid of them. They basically kill Robot Hodge and then transform all the racist robots into cool robots. But then I guess there's that Krakoan rule that they have to destroy any AI.
I didn't know that was a thing.
That's like a thing. They're not allowed.
So many rules. I mean,
an AI that was created. Here it is. The Hesiod protocol.
They pulled that shit out the ass.
It's this diagram shit. You know what I'm saying?
Alex Gomer, he that was in Excalibur #3 or some shit.
Yeah, as AI have been weaponized against mutant kind in the past, so shall it be in the future. Like all AI, anti-mutant code evolves towards self-awareness.
That makes sense. Because Nimrod's supposed to kill them all. So.
It's better to poison a seed than fell a tree. So the practice is to monitor all occurrences of self-aware anti-mutant AI, report said occurrences directly to the council, develop targeted viruses to render malignant code inert. So they're and this is written by Charles Xavier. So Charles said this is the shit, So they have to destroy these robots, but the robots are cool. Yep. Yeah, the robots are cool now. They're becoming friends with all the mutants and shit.
But that's still against the rules, though, isn't it? I mean,
yeah. So they gotta kill them, and it pisses off Wild Child. I think he was getting attached to one. Yeah. Friend Mutant was calling him Friend Mutant and shit. He was, making a friend out of one of the robots and shit. But it's cool, a lot of action, and I'm just digging this team. It's Suicide Squad with mutants. they're all like sort of searching for redemption. Grey Crow has a
Hickman template of many rules destroys the brain cells until it pays off. I guess so.
Yeah, 2 years from now, this will all make sense. Yeah.
Right.
But Grey Crow has a cool moment. Like I said, there's all of these redemption arcs, all these like evil characters or like characters with dark pasts, sort of searching for redemption. There's a moment with Psylocke and Grey Crow because Psylocke's about to like shut down all the robots. He says, "I'll do it. I'm the killer. That's what I do. I'll kill her." She says, "No, I'll do it. I'll take care of it. You don't have to kill all the time." Basically, even though they're not alive and they're robots, it's like you don't have to kill all the time, basically. And I thought that was kind of cool, So I give this a 4 out of 5. I'm digging this Hellions book, even though I'm not an X-Men fan. I'm digging this, just the team and shit.
You tend to do more X-Men books than I do.
So. What else did I do? Oh, M.O.D.O.K. M.O.D.O.K was fun. M.O.D.O.K has been affected with the virus. He went to Tony Stark to help him fix it. Tony Stark says, "Yeah, I can fix it, but I need that machine." Turns out AIM stole that machine. So that was the last issue when M.O.D.O.K stole that, robbed that Stark Tech train and took a bunch of Stark Tech. Well, they robbed the very machine that could fix M.O.D.O.K. So they end up disguising themselves to an auction to get the machine back and shit. So it was fun. It's fun. It's written by Patton Oswalt. So it's really goofy and campy and shit. So I give it a 4 out of 5. It was a lot of fun. And then my last book I read was that crossover.
This is supposed to be like the greatest thing ever. Before you get the crossover, address this thing Cliff said. Cliff, actually, I think that's what Secret War was supposed to be back in 2015, even though Marvel didn't follow through. So, because that's how Miles Morales jumped over. So,
didn't Black Panther reset the universe?
Yeah, he had Infinity Gauntlet, some shit. Everybody's black now. Nick Fury, everybody.
So yeah, this is crossover. This is basically Ready Player One for comic nerds. There's some event that happened where comic books came to life and started tearing up the place. They trapped the comic book characters in a dome over Denver, and some little girl escaped. It turns out she's got some powers, and these comic nerds are trying to save her and from this like fascist regime trying to kill all the comic heroes.
Damn.
It's very meta, very referencing comic culture, comic nerds, the comic industry. So yeah, it you can pick up on all the all the Easter eggs and stuff like that. But in this book, the Paybacks show up. Now the Paybacks are one of Donny Cates's old books that he wrote about a superhero team.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and I reviewed this for Outright Geekery.
Oh shit. Okay, take us back.
Yeah, this is
all right, take it easy, Cliff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a superhero book that Donny Cates wrote. He brought them into this book now. And they're helping the comic nerds help this little superhero kid. And then that's where, to be continued. Like I said, it's fine. It makes a lot of like I said, it's a comment on comic books and comic culture, and yeah, it's fun. Like I said, I don't think everyone's making this out to be like the greatest thing ever, but it's fine.
Except you.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. I could see the appeal, but yeah, I mean, yeah, like I think I said, I think it's more concerned about making a statement than telling a story. I think that's the only thing I can say. It's trying to preach something instead of just telling.
Right. It's talking at you.
Yeah. That's my only gripe. That's what it feels like. But you know, I give it a 4 out of 5. I'm still on it. I'm still reading it. So, and I'm booked out.
I've been booked out. So, right. This is the most books we've ever did on one podcast.
A whole book show.
A whole book show. Nothing else. I talked about Snow Day. That was it. So, other than that, that was it. I wish. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. 616. What you got for me? Reminds me of something an arcade character would do with the schemes. Yeah, like Marvel's Capcom stuff like that. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about the X-Men villain arcade? Yeah, that guy. Yeah, I know you're talking about. He needs to come back. Anyway, yeah, if you listen this long, definitely like, share, subscribe. I don't know how you feel about this comic book review we just completely did this time. We probably won't go back to doing what we did before. We'll probably go back to normal, whatever normal is. Actually, next week we're gonna talk about WandaVision. Not the whole show about WandaVision, but we're gonna talk about it. You know.
Is that this week?
Yeah, this Friday.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about. It's probably like one episode we drop like that. We'll briefly talk about it and then go into some other stuff. You know, won't be a Wonder Woman thing. We just talk about.
Yeah. This was all books. There's a lot of books, and there was shit for news this week, except for like the real world shit, which I don't fucking like.
Rich, I really didn't want to talk about that. It's other people that can deal with that stuff like that. So yeah, appreciate everybody for sticking around, listening to us. Until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We talk to you guys next week. Same bully time, same bully channel.
Yeah. When I dropped the mic, it hit the floor like Thor. That's right. You can't pick it up no more. Don't even try. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it was. Y'all know what it shall be. Get smart before the shit start. Before it get dark. Before they hit you with the pitchfork. Better crip walk. This is real talk. Smoke, push, ambush, then we peel off. Niggas still rolling with the wheels off. Always looking out for the crisscross. I'm a bigger boss than Rick Ross. Always winning, nigga get lost. It's the warlord, bring the voodoo. When I bail through, it's crazy like Bellevue. What they tell you, leave that boy alone, like Home Alone. Fuck a skull and bone, arrest the president. You got the evidence, that nigga is Russian intelligence. When it rains, it pours. Did you know the new white was orange? Boy, you're showing your horns. They trying to replace my halo with thorns. You so basic with your vape stick. Let's go ape shit in the Matrix. Arrest the president. Arrest the president. Arrest the president. You got the evidence. Arrest the president. Arrest the president. Arrest the president. You got the evidence. I took back my ice in all black tonight. That's right, some niggas gotta sacrifice. Not a criminal. No, I'm a Seminole. Yeah. I was free once, now I'm clinical. You so technical. This was Mexico. Now everywhere I go is owned by Texaco. Fuck them and the rest of you. I turn a fruit into a vegetable. I'ma roll with the aliens. Man, fuck these homo sapiens. They don't really wanna make friends. All they want is a Mercedes Benz. All they want is they dividends and decibels. Fuck these citizens. They'll treat us like hooligans. Throw him in, they don't care what school he in. These people don't play fair. It ain't even fair at the state fair. Give a young nigga gray hair, that's why I'm here. Make your ass lay there. Punk, you better stay there. Close your fucking eyes like it's daycare. Make myself clearer than Shakespeare. I'm here to take money, even fake hair. So desperate is what I'm left with. For the record, you affected. Who you elected is so septic, so full of shit, I can't accept it. Arrest the president. Arrest the president. Arrest the president. You got the evidence. Arrest the president. Arrest the president. Arrest the president. You got the evidence. Arrest the president. Arrest the president. Arrest the president. You got the evidence. Arrest the president. Arrest the president. Arrest the president. You got the evidence. I reside on the west side. I murder with my third eye. Niggas so fly, get a bird's eye. I make them scream bloody murder. Let's meet at the White House. Run in and turn the lights out. Man, they treat it like a trap house. These motherfuckers never take the trash out. They just cash out and mash out. Nigga, take your drugs and pass out. Niggas love to go that fast route. I see you when your black ass get out. Homie, you play too much. Yeah. Why these devils, they doing way too much. Most of them won't say too much. Why they steady planning, God knows what. That's why I roll with the real ones. Real ones, trying to reach millions. Real ones, trying to make billions. Real ones, dressed like civilians. Arrest the president, arrest the president, arrest the president. You got the evidence. Arrest the president, arrest the president, arrest the president. You got the evidence.